Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, unless of course you're new here, in which case hi, hello, my name is Ashley and welcome to my random little corner of the internet. As you can tell from today's title, we are continuing with our alphabet challenge. And last video I did C, R, T, G, and B, and I think they all turned out really super cute. That should already be uploaded. So we're just going to kick this off with whatever our new letter is going to be. Okay, I'm excited. Okay, so we landed on O, and we're going to do an octopus. I've never actually done an octopus pattern before, which is crazy because they're kind of popular, but I am so excited to grab the Carpenter Crocheters drift pattern. It's super cute. It's very like more of a realistic as opposed to a cartoony one. Everyone says it works up really quickly and it's really cute and I love it so much, and he's just a great person that I've kind of interacted a little bit on Instagram with, and he just seems like a great guy, and this pattern is super cute and I'm excited. We're gonna make drift the octopus. Okay, no idea why my nose looks so red, but okay. I finished drift the octopus, and I actually made two. So in the pattern it can be just a normal plushie. Look how cute he is. I love this green. It's a Premier yarn that I bought at Dollar Tree, so I don't know, but it's super cute. He looks very realistic looking. He's got like the bulbous head and everything like that. But then the other option for it is to make it like a finger puppet. It has like a little hole that you fully crochet through, so it doesn't like you're like sticking your finger into the fluff or anything. But then you have a little finger puppet. He has a couple of these where one is a seahorse. I can't remember the other ones, but I know that one's a seahorse. But yeah, so I have two, and they're very drastically different sizes. I just recently started filming in a different way. Like so I'm using my back camera, so the quality is better. But in order to make sure I'm on camera, I have a mirror, and I keep looking at the mirror instead of at the camera. So if I'm looking down, that's why. But yeah, no, I really, really like these. This one, I put the eyeballs down a little too far, and so it looks like he's angry. But they were really quick to make. Probably like 45 minutes-ish. And that was because I wasn't fully paying attention. You can't tell on the screen, but we are, there we go. We are playing Date Everything. So, paying a little bit more attention to that, but it's okay. But yeah, so I made two of these. So now, we're going to spin for our next letter. Let's spin. Let me charge my tablet. So I landed on A. I'm very, very excited. And I know this is silly, but, you know, there's that whole meme of like, oh, when you grow up, nobody asks you what your favorite dinosaur is. My favorite dinosaur is the Anklyosaurus. And as a kid, I fully remember everybody being like, oh my god, I love the T-Rex, and I love the Brontosaurus, and blah, blah, blah. And nobody ever said the Ankylosaurus, and I thought they were adorable, but suddenly, like, everybody likes it, and that's made me sound very hipster, and that's fine. But there is a pattern I have saved on Instagram. See if I can get it pulled up. Chicka chicka choo wow, never gonna stop. Chicka chicka choo means that I love you. Meow chicka meow wow, that's what my baby. Okay, here we go. Ah. It is a free pattern made by Abby Mark, and that's a ring light. There we go. It's an Ankylosaurus, and I'm super excited. Yay! So let's go do that. Alrighty, so I said for A we were doing the Anklyosaurus. That's a free pattern on Instagram, and here it is. It's super, super cute. On the pattern it does say, hey, when it starts to, the color change starts to twist, take that into account and adjust your color change. I did not, so he looks a little quizzical. But that's fine because it matches most of my amigurumi. I'm not going to lie. Most of them, it just continued. It was all one big piece. Whereas most of the time I have to sew on the head and it's always a little wonky. So it just kind of matches the rest of him. He's got a question for you. And that's fine. And it's adorable. It's cute. I'm keeping this one because, again, it's my favorite I almost said favorite Pokemon. Favorite dinosaur. And, and because he is a little wonky, he's just going to stay with me, and that's fine. So, we are going to spin for our next letter. Okay. What do we got? What do we got? We got... Ooh, okay. Okay, so we got J. I don't know. I don't know. Because I've already done jellyfish. Like, I've done a few of those, and so that's not a new pattern for me. So I will have to look and figure out, because TBH, I got nothing. J. Babe, you got any ideas for J?
Jesus.
I'm going to go think about it.
Exactly.
Okay, so, spun J, and I was going to do... So I decided on doing a Jackalope, and I was going to do the free pattern that Complicated Knots has on her channel. So if you need a free pattern for one, there is one available there. But I did remember that I got this book at some point from somebody. It was a gift. I think it was like through a Secret Santa gift exchange or something like that. And there is a Jackalope pattern. So I am doing this one. I came across this same particular issue, I guess you could say, when I did the Mothman pattern. So here's the Mothman pattern. And as you can see, there is a person holding said pattern. Okay? It tells me here, Red Heart Super Saver Black was for the Mothman. And it tells me here that they used one skein of worsted yarn white. I used Red Heart Super Saver White with a 4mm hook. Okay? You see the Jackalope. You see, the size of the blanket that it's sitting underneath. Okay? It's not very big. It's probably, it doesn't say, like, how tall it is. Sometimes they do that. It does not. This is what I'm working with so far. Like, it's big. On top of that, it says to use 12mm eyes. You see how big the eyes are? I'm trying not to get the glare from the light. You see how big the eyes are on this pattern. 12mm eyes. They're tiny. So I'm very confused. I'm not a beginner here. Like, I know how to follow a pattern. And I feel like it's going to turn out fine. Like, all of the pieces are proportional and it's going to turn out fine. It's just much, much bigger and these eyes look tiny. So I don't know. I might have to fiddle with that. But here is where we are so far. I have all the pieces except for the antlers made. And I'm going to sew them all on. And then we'll get back to show it off. But yeah, it's much bigger than I expected it to be. Alrighty, so I finished the Jackalope. It's cute. It's still cute. Is it quite as, like, round and adorable as the book? I mean, it's not quite as round, but it's still very adorable. So yeah, there we have it. I do wish the eyes were bigger. I don't have bigger eyes. I have 12mm, and then I have like 25mm, which would have been freaking huge. So yeah, we didn't do that. So finished J. So let's move on and see what our next letter is. Oh goodness. Okay. So we landed on a Q. I don't know. I know that Kayla did Queen on her side. And maybe, but like I already did Belle. The only other thing I can think of is like a quail. I don't know. I'm gonna have to. This is gonna require some research. It might be a queen, but then I could even take that and kind of play with it. I don't know. We'll see. I'll come back. So I clicked that. Not clicked. I spun a cue and I was freaking out. Forgot these adorable little suckers existed. I'm gonna make a Quokka. There's this. Okay, there we go. I think that's how it said Quokka. Makes sense if it is. You know, those adorable little beings that always smile. Like, I'll put the picture up here. Like, how cute are they? This is a free pattern I found on Pinterest. It says it's by Kim Ho. Oh, I'm gonna mess that up so bad. It's that name right there. And I decided, I think I'm gonna try. I'm gonna use this teddy bear yarn that I got at the Dollar Tree. I had used it, if you watched my first video for these, I used it for the trim on the trolls. And it wasn't terrible to work with. But it was just surface crocheting for that one. This will be a whole little creature, but I think it'll be super cute if it works right. So we're going to try it. Okay. First and foremost, can I just say, fuck this yarn. Oh my god. Like, if you work with teddy yarn, more power to you, I guess. I'm not mad at the shape it turned out. I still have to do the arms, legs, and tail. But, like, I can't see a single stitch. I can't see a single row. I had to guess a lot. And that's even with, like, I have a lighted hook. I was trying to figure out if lighted was the right word. I have a light up hook. And it still didn't help trying to find stitches and things. Like, multiple times it went wonky, and it is not quite the right shape this is supposed to be, and it looks really weird from the back. However, this yarn would be great for a Chewbacca. But look at his little face. His little... Quokkas are the most adorable creatures on the planet. But yes, he still needs his ears, and his arms, and his legs, and his tail. I'm going to be working on that, but I wanted to show an update of how adorable he is. He's very, very cute. And, like... the yarn is soft, and the yarn is cute, and it makes a great teddy bear situation. Or in this instance, a Quokka situation. But holy shit. Okay, so I finished the little guy. He's so cute. I hate that this yarn was a pain in the ass to work with, because it did turn out so very cute. His feet paws and his hand paws are just regular worsted weight to make them a little different. His nose and his little... is felt, but he's so cute and he's so soft and he has a little tail, which honestly I never realized that Quokkas had a tail. I thought they were like little nubs, but no, they have like a full-on tail. They look like little wallabies. They're so cute. So yes, so that was Q. So now we're gonna spin for our next letter. Okay, so we landed on W. I've made whales. I've made watermelons. Maybe a walrus. I don't know. Well, look, we'll come back. I'll try to remember to tell you what I'm making one before I make it. But yeah. Okay, so I've whittled it down. There is this very cute walrus pattern. Ring light. There's this very cute walrus pattern. It is by, I don't know. It says free amigurumi patterns. I found it on Pinterest. Between that, and I know that I said I've done a whale before, but I got to thinking, and I made one little itty bitty tiny, like, whatever whale. I love this humpback whale design. I'm trying to angle it to where the ring light's on it. But like, here, I just put it on the screen. This right here is so cute. But it's going to be huge if I do it. There's also this one, which isn't quite as big. And I love all of them. But I think due to size and shape, like, not size, but size and storage, I think I'm going to go with the walrus. It is very cute. That's what we're going to do. We're going to do the walrus. Cute, cute, cute. Okay, so I'm working on the Walrus, and I'm right here right now, and like this, I don't know, looks like a long big baseball cap. Actually, if you've ever seen Mother Goose's Rock and Rhyme, there's a part where I can't remember her son's name, but like the main character of the movie, things get a little wonky, and his hat does have a really long brim on it. It's kind of what it reminds me of. But like, I have faith, trusting the process. But right now, this just looks wonky. Like, what is happening here? I don't know. That's where we're at. So I finished the main piece, and it does right now without his, I guess, his cheeks and his tusks and everything. He kind of just looks like a weird worm, which also works for W. But yeah, it was weird going for a little bit. And then his eyes are like on the top because obviously like his cheeks will go here with his tusks, and it's weird, but I think it'll still be cute. Okay, so the Walrus was definitely a trust the process situation. But here he is. He's so cute with his tusks and everything. The pattern did say that if like I left the tusks off, he just tusks off, not the tucks. The tusks off, he would just look like a seal, and he did. But that's not a W, and so now he's a W because he's a walrus. My only issue is, and it's a me issue, not a pattern issue, is that I need to work on like maybe overstuffing, because like the bottom looks like this through the decreases, and the top kind of has some pull to it too. And I think that's just me with just overstuffing, but maybe working on, I think I didn't do invisible decreases when I did this. I just did regular decreases, and that's probably why. But yeah, I mean, you're not looking at the bottom anyway. You look at the top, and he's got little cute little freckles. And he's stop looking at the mirror that is showing me if I'm on camera or not. Yeah, so this was W. We go back and we show what we did in this video. So we started with O. Why is my light flickering? Somebody call the Winchesters. Okay, so we started with O and did 2 of Drift pattern by the Crochet Carpenter. I did one as a little finger puppet and then one as a normal. The yarn is just different. That's why one is so much bigger than the other, but they're very cute. I like them a whole lot. I want to make a bunch of them. So there we have for O. And then I believe we spun A, and we did an Ankylosaurus, and he's adorable, and he's going to sit on my shelf because he's so cute. And then next up, all right, and then after the A, I believe was J, and we did the Jackalope. Very cute pattern. Again, it was from the, I already put it back on my bookshelf, but it's from like the Mystical Creatures crochet book. You can find it on Amazon. I will link, when I link the rest of the patterns, I will just link like the book in the description. But it's very cute. Make sure he's in frame. There we go. Then we had Q, and we had a Quokka. And he's just so cute. And a little bit, so cute. Yarn is a pain in the butt. He turned out very cute though. And then obviously we got W, and we had a walrus. So that is it for this video. I think it was a cute little collection of things, and we're just gonna keep going. I think my favorite was obviously Drift. It's a very cute little pattern. I can't wait to try more from him, because this was a very well put together pattern, and I want to get more of like the little, he calls them fingerlings, which is a little weird, but whatever. And they're really cute, and I think they'd be really well with kids. And the light reflecting off of this like chenille is making it look weird, but also made them look kind of angry, so they look like they're gonna attack. But yeah, that's gonna be it. So we're gonna wrap up this video. Which one of these patterns did you like the most? Are you gonna try out any of them? Is there anything that you would have done instead? Like instead of a Quokka, what would you have done for a Q? But other than that, if you like this video, go ahead and hit the big thumbs up button, as well as the big red subscribe button and the notification bell, so you're always notified every time that I upload. And until next time, bye!